What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. Back with some more Larry Bird content. As long as you guys keep requesting videos, whatever it is, I will take a look at it. And Larry Bird is by far the most popular player here on Boo TV. And in the process of all that happening, we have a Larry Bird fan base here that is bigger than any other player that I cover, which is so interesting considering like when I started this channel, you know, I was kind of hoping or expecting to bring Kobe Bryant fans over more than any other player, but no, I get Larry Bird, and now I have an unbreakable bond with these Larry Bird fans from a franchise, the Boston Celtics, that I hate as a Laker fan, and I'm bonding with all these Larry Bird fans. It's incredible, man. I don't know where this channel is going to go in the future, how it's going to evolve, but it's been a fun ride so far. So I appreciate everybody and their support. Shout out to Larry Legend, back with another Larry Legend video. This one is called An Old School Lesson from Larry Bird, and this video was submitted by none other than Paul Phoenix. I appreciate you for submitting this to me. Go check out our other Larry Bird playlists, our reaction video playlists, all that good stuff. And let's see what this old school lesson from Larry Bird is about. Let's get it popping.
The Dream Team, a very detailed look at the 1992 squad that changed the world. And I don't know if people remember, but Larry Bird's back was pretty much prematurely ending his career. He still played in the Olympics, admirably, I'll add. But the point I'm getting at is that Larry had 2 more years on his contract with the Celtics following that summer. Heading into the next season after the Olympics, all Larry had to do was play 60 games and he'd get about $8 million. In fact, he was due to receive $3.75 million of that on August 15th. Now keep in mind, the Dream Team just beat Croatia for the gold on August 8th, only a few days before Larry was due a payout. But Larry didn't feel like he could perform for the Celtics the way that he should. But he also hadn't had time to prepare his retirement letter because of the Olympics. So what did he do? He backdated the document to make sure he didn't receive the payout. In Bird's mind, you don't take money you don't earn. It was just another reminder that these guys from the old school were about competing first. They were about winning first. They were about team greatness. They cared about the reputation of the franchises they played for. Sure, they set a lot of records along the way, but they set those records in the pursuit of the love of competition, not for the sake of setting records. Today, by contrast, we have sports analysts saying things like, it's fine for a team to suffer as long as the individuals get theirs. That's right. Forget your teammates. Forget their budding careers. Forget their hopes. Forget their aspirations. Forget their development. Forget their futures. Forget the franchise. Forget about respecting the franchise's past. Forget about the franchise's future. And clearly, forget about the franchise's present. Players are too busy making commercials and picking out silly outfits to wear to the press conferences, or in this case, outfits while you're sitting the bench, load managing during the difficult games, to spend time improving their weaknesses for the sake of the team. Max contracts, huge payouts, all coming at the end of fizzling careers while the franchise suffers. Even legendary franchises are being sacrificed for self-glorification. The contrast between today's mentality and the mentality demonstrated by the likes of Larry Legend are astonishing and disturbing. Something tells me only the old school will understand the point I'm making. So let's just move on and end this on a positive note.
Let's go, Larry Legend, behind the back. Ooh. Yeah, he killed that pass all day, bro. Damn, behind the back, left hand baby hook. What we talking about, baby? Shit. I love that pass so much. I used to do that occasionally. You see that? Oh my God, that. Oh, Larry, stop it, baby. Didn't even look, dog. Bird was a pro. Oh, with a crossover off the one leg. Rewind. I'm sorry. Dude, I never seen Larry do a crossover like that. Crossed over, then off one leg, off the left leg. 3-pointer, one more time. One more. Yo, Larry straight up did a Allen Iverson style crossover. Said to one leg woman. That was a mean cross. It's my last time rewinding, I swear. Jeez. Cross the hell out of that boy. Still one of my favorite passes ever right there. Insanely difficult. Dog, he hit that. Shit. That crossover was nasty. This is the name of the channel, Angry Old Hoops. That's funny. I love that channel name, Angry Old Hoops. It's so funny. Son, shout out to Angry Old Hoops. Yeah, I mean, obviously we know he's an Angry Old Hooper or Angry Old Hoops fan. So you have that going on, but he clearly is not fond of the King, LeBron James, the king that everybody nowadays succumbs to and wants you to worship their King LeBron as the greatest of all time and the land in the realm of the NBA history. Fuck all that. I won't be bound down to that king. I'll tell you that. This was a good video. Now, I never knew that he basically prorated the contract for the payout. Okay, I've never heard that before, ever. And I'm not saying it hasn't happened before. I just haven't heard of a player ever doing that. And I'm sure he's done his research, so I have no reason not to believe that happened. And coming from Larry Bird, I can totally see that happening, given, you know, his roots, how he was raised, how he was brought up, his hard work ethic, believing that you had to perform and work hard to get paid. I could totally see that. Now, we know there ain't a single player today that would ever do that. Ever. No. They're going to get the money back. They're going to get the money back first. It's all about the bag now with most of these players today. Money comes before the love of the game. Especially, it's even more concerning when it's players that haven't done anything to really warrant the money. But it's based on the amount of revenue the league is pulling in and being evenly distributed amongst all parts of the NBA through the collective bargaining agreement, right? So, yeah. And even for back in Larry's day, and while I do feel like players of the past had more of a love for the game than players now overall, even players of the past, there aren't many that would willingly, or not even willingly, take less money, but bring up the notion of, hey, I want you to pay me less because I didn't work for this. Even a lot of players back then wouldn't do that. Probably wouldn't even cross their mind. Even if they felt a little bit guilty about it, they wouldn't go up to the owner or the GM and be like, hey, I'm not going to let you pay me this. Not many players would do that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Larry Bird is the only player that would do that. But not many. At least not many would do that, even in the past. That's crazy. But listen, Larry Bird is a guy that stood on his morals. He's a guy that stood on what he believed in and his values and the golden values that, made Larry Bird who he was as a person, and that also, translated on the basketball court as well, and in his career, in the workforce, for lack of a better words. But yeah, that's crazy as hell. That's crazy as hell. And if there's anybody that deserved a payout, right, for a lifetime or career time achievement, it's Larry Bird. All that he accomplished in his career, all that he accomplished for that franchise, what he did for the NBA in its current state, and for the future of the NBA, if anybody deserved that money plus more, even though he may not have been able to contribute this particular season, he deserved that money as a career lifetime achievement award. Here's how we appreciate you for everything you've done. Now, I ain't got no problem with players getting that if they've poured their blood, sweat, and tears into a franchise. On top of that, delivering unprecedented success as far as on a franchise to franchise basis. He deserved it. So basically Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant was on his last leg, we knew Kobe wasn't the same after the Achilles tendon and the broken knee and broken shoulder. We knew Kobe wasn't the same. He would have glimpses and days where he looked like vintage-ish Kobe. But it wasn't a game-to-game basis. But he got a big contract. But that contract was based on pouring every ounce of you into this franchise and bringing us 5 championships and a lot of great memories and making us relevant. I ain't got no problem with that. That's well deserved. But you got players today, man. They would never. They want the bag plus more for doing not a goddamn thing. There's a lot of players like that. Yeah, but I thought it was funny how he used LeBron James for a lot of his examples. Now there were some things. Listen, I'm a lifelong Laker fan, and I've never been a LeBron fan, but I respect LeBron James. I like him to a degree, but there are definitely some things that rubs me the wrong way with LeBron. So when he came to the Lakers, I knew the Lakers are already a franchise that's under the microscope. Right now, you add LeBron James to that formula. Now the microscope is on a whole nother level. And just his antics, it's not like my style, the type of things he does. Like, there's a Laker game going on and he's not playing and he's walking onto the court with like wine and drinking wine on the bench or something along those lines. I was like, what is this circus act, bro? What is this? What are you doing? Another Laker game. He wasn't playing again. And instead of being on the bench with his team, he was up in the skybox with Kobe and Magic Johnson. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And just a whole lot of other stupid things that he does. It's just not my style, and I'm not a fan of it. But, I respect his greatness and the player that he is. Can't take that from the man. So from one way I like him, but there's a lot of things that rub me the wrong way with him. But anywho, that's all I got to say about it. That's a cool story. Let me know if you heard that one before, because I never heard that one before. That's new. That was refreshing. And what do you think, of it as a whole as compared to, different eras and how players might have deserved money and others don't but are getting big payouts? And I know you can't compare the actual numbers just because the league has more revenue now than what it used to. So you have to take that for what it is. But, just putting it in context to how much money was being generated in that era and what portion the players were getting for that time, that's kind of how you got to look at it. All right? Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys for stepping in. You're awesome. Thank you for the support. And let's keep this content coming. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.